break.
Yeah, so we've got Abigail Timm with us.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So Abigail, also somebody that transitioned. So about 7 months into eXp.
Correct.
About
7 months.
But you joined us from another location. I guess she was with one of our other branches before she moved to this branch, and always part of our team. Correct.
Always part of your team.
Very good.
That's good.
Okay, so tell us about your experience so far
with eXp. So one of the major points for me in the transition. Well, let me give you some background. So
okay.
I'm a single mom raising 3 boys who play soccer internationally. So failure is never an option for me because I have to afford them their lifestyle, which is traveling the world, playing soccer. So it had to make sense. It had to make sense, and I needed as much money as possible to afford that lifestyle. So when Vince sent me the text telling me about eXp and sending me a link, it made sense for me to do my own research, which I did. And then I liked what I saw. So I was like, you know what? I could rock with Vince because I've been with Vince for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And I said, I trust him. I believe in him. And I know that as a leader, he wouldn't lead me in the wrong direction. So that's the relationship that we had and the relationship that I'm carrying my children, because wherever I go, whatever decisions I make, my children are a part of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And she's always thinking about, I guess that, the ability to have the freedom in real estate and what it's going to afford her at home. And so that was a big part of your decision. And it wasn't a right away thing. And, she took a little bit of time to decide, and we're happy you did.
I'm happy I did too.
So how's business been? How's the office been for you after the transition?
So there's something going on about this live feed, because as soon as I turned it on, I received a text saying that one of the neighbors wanted me to list an apartment. So
keep the speed going. Keep the speed going.
Tune in. One of the major things since I transitioned with eXp has been the accountability group. So I love the fact that we record, we have our numbers in a Sunday evening. We're penalized for not meeting those numbers or not recording those numbers. And for me, it worked. It worked for me because with life happening, with all the other things that I have going on, I needed that extra push. I needed somebody to say, you know what, Abigail, I think you could do better. You went up one contact or a few contacts. What are you doing? Let me see, what you're doing this week and how I can help you to grow. And that worked for me because that's who I am in my everyday life. I'm seeing everybody else grow. And sometimes I neglect myself and my business, and having a team of about 10 other people to hold me accountable pushed me to do more. And I loved it. It works for me. It's a family away from my family.
And she was always, I guess, open to learning. And one of the things that you participated in, I remember, is Buffini training, correct? And that's a big part of what you do right now, because you're building your sphere of influence and you're working with them to receive referral business, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Correct.
Still working. Right.
So good stuff. So you bring a perspective that it's kind of weird. I've always felt like, I'm one of 5 boys, right? And I have a very strong mom like you, right? My mom was fearless. My mom was strong. My mom's she disciplined. She was the mom a boy needed to have, right? She was very, very strong, and I can see that in you. But you bring a perspective as a single mom, and there's a lot of single moms out there who are out there hustling, having to put food on the table and everything else that's involved. And on top of that, you've got boys who are out there running, right? Which holds you to a high standard too, is what I'm hearing from your story. What is there any part of the eXp model that you can appreciate as a single mom? Speak to somebody out there who's a single mom out there, because I think my wife is actually a divorce attorney, so I see a lot of single moms out there, and I have a lot of single moms working for me in my office. I always have an affinity to make. I really want them to win, right? Because I'm a family guy. I've got 6 kids, and I understand how hard that must be. And when I first met my wife, she had a set of twins, and she was a single mom. And I ended up adopting those kids. I saw my eyes in their light, and they carried my last name, right? So I understand how hard that was. I watched my wife struggle when I first met her. She was driving back and forth. So you work really hard. I have a lot of appreciation for people like you. What would you say to other single moms?
Thank you, Gil, for asking that. That's a great question. What would I say to a single mom is, if I can do it, you can do it too. And it hasn't always been easy, but it's possible. My children have big schedules. 3 boys, 3 different soccer teams.
Wow.
She's a global soccer mom.
A global soccer mom who also supports soccer moms around the world. But I would say how eXp has helped me was the support, the training. And if I ever had a question and it was late at night, there was someone there. There was some back office, chat with me now. It was accessible. And I needed that because 9 to 5 doesn't work for me all the time. I needed to know that beyond those hours, I can reach somebody.
It's interesting. So the typical broker model is dependent on the broker, right? I mean, I live in Florida where a lot of brokers like to take off a day and play golf. I suck at golf, so my agents are stuck with me. But we need help when we need it, right? And it's not always at a convenient time for the broker, and being able to access not only even the broker, but maybe even another agent or somebody in the field, or 600 admins we've got, or the support. I mean, it seems like 24 hours. I don't think they're 24 hours yet, but I don't think I've come to them at a time where I couldn't get a response.
There's always somebody available. If it's not completely live on the world with one of their, 540 full-time staff members, it's one of your partners from around the globe.
So it seems like it's 24-hour support.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. So you either have somebody that's a paid staff member going to answer you, or one of your partners is going to answer you right away.
Or maybe somebody in a different time zone.
That's it.
It's in the
I've
afternoon
always
for them.
been answered. So that worked really well for me.
Yeah, I think that, in the world we live in a world today that's no longer 9 to 5.
Right.
It's not banker's hours, right? You've got to get your consumer can't wait. You can't wait. And, our kids can't wait, right? So in that kind of world where everybody's competing for time, every second matters.
Correct. And every dollar matters. That's why I'm with eXp.
By the way, how can somebody reach out to you?
So Abigail Timm at gmail.com, or realestateWithAbigail@gmail.com, or you can call or text me at 646-388-1944.
And I always believe that, people want to do business with people they like. People want to do business with people who have a shared interest. If you're a soccer mom, a football mom, or any kind of mom out there, you got your kids out there, doing something, you should give her your business, right?
Yeah.
She's out there hustling. So go out there, reach out to her. Tell me a little bit about what you do for your consumer.
Yeah.
What do I do for my consumer? Well, it's social media. Since eXp, I've been doing a lot of posts on social media where I was lacking before. I'll probably post once a month, but now every single day there's some sort of information that eXp makes available to us that I could just post on social media
to the consumer.
And give value. And there's another thing called it's a feeder. So you feed from KV Core to MLS, and that works for me. That works for me. They made it simple. They made it easy. The click of a button, I'm good to go.
Right.
Yeah, I love it too.
Good.
I love your story, Abigail.
Thank you.
I think this is the first time I've got a chance to hear it. I'm going to be watching your journey now. I'm going to be a fan. I'm going to follow you, and I hope your kids kick some butt.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil's
next.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
All right, Abigail.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.